It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. And now here's your host, Geno Jones.
Hey, it's showtime. What's happening, everybody? The Geno Jones Show. You can figure that out, right? You can read. You see the sign behind me. So I come to you live Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. in Chicago, 3:30 p.m. out on the West Coast. Please subscribe to the Geno Jones Show YouTube channel. You and you and you and you and you and you and everybody else you know, folks that you like, folks that you love. Folks you're not that crazy about, folks you can't stand, folks you hate, strangers, aliens from outer space. Tell them all. Simply the best must-see TV is the Geno Jones Show. And if you are watching me live, if you've got a question, if you got a comment, even if you want to come for me, feel free. But remember, if you come for me and I didn't send for you, I'm going to send your ass back where you came from with love. Feel free to join the conversation in my chat room. It's open right now. Shout out to my man Groove Master Dre. DJ producer extraordinaire. So, ladies and gentlemen, today, I had the honor to do something I did last year around this time with my day job. I host a radio show, The Geno Show, Star 99.7 here in Charleston, South Carolina, in the metro. Actually, our signal goes halfway up to Columbia, virtually almost to Myrtle Beach, and the edges of Savannah, so the Beaufort, Orangeburg. We cover a lot of ground. So we had a radiothon. So shout out to the Sean Jenkins Children's Hospital. They have a world-class hospital here. And we did a radiothon. Today was the first day. As a matter of fact, I was from like 8 till 4 o'clock. And I was honored to do it, really honored to do it. It's called the Cares for Kids. Cares for Kids Radiothon at the Sean Jenkins Children's Hospital. And the children, these young people and their parents, but the kids are so inspirational. And I gotta admit, the hardest part of the job, I love in meeting these young people, these kids, their spirit, their attitude and outlook on life. These are kids who literally was at death's doorstep. Some of these kids that I got a chance to meet, even the doctors weren't certain. The doctors told the parents that situations were touch and go. They couldn't guarantee that they were going to be able to save these children. But they were going to do their best. And guess what? Their best was good enough. And these children are thriving now. And I had the honor to meet these kids. And the hardest part about that job is to keep from crying. Because if you once you hear these stories, I mean, some of these children came into the world 4 days old, needing surgeries, having conditions with their liver that affected their brain. They couldn't breathe, needed heart transplants. Infants who their parents found out that they had these life-threatening tumors. There was one young person that had chemo for roughly, I believe, over 300 days straight of chemotherapy. A young lady that had leukemia, a child, virtually a year straight. Every day needed chemo to survive. But that young person is thriving now. So the money that's donated, this money, it changes lives, it saves lives. So I just want to shout out the Sean Jenkins Children's Hospital. MUSC is the Medical University of South Carolina. It is a medical university. University of South Carolina is up in Columbia, which is about hour and 20 minutes from where I'm at. But I'm really humble. And like I said, once again, just shout out to all the young people and their parents, the doctors, the nurses, the therapists, the specialists, the lab technicians, the researchers, everybody, hospital administrators, folks in the gift shop, hotel, hospital, the maintenance staff, keeping the hospital clean and free of germs. It's a beautiful facility, but these stories are so beautiful. So listen, I invite you because listen, even if you didn't hear, can't listen to the radiothon, but you can actually listen online. You can download the TuneIn app for certain. Just Google search star 997 FM, star 99.7 here in Charleston, South Carolina, the metro. You can Google it, or you can go to the TuneIn app and type in star 997 FM. And you can listen live. Tomorrow we'll be once again broadcasting live from 6 a.m. until 7 p.m. So I'll probably be live on the radio again tomorrow from like 8 until 4. So you can call 800-478-4090. 800-478-4090. 800-478-4090. There's no donation too small. There's no donation too big. And they have a program called Miracle Makers. So please become a miracle maker. Now, a miracle maker is anyone that signs up to be a regular donor. Now, to be a miracle maker, you would make a monthly donation. I'm sure they just set it up to where they can take it out of your bank account, or if you have a credit card or a check card, bank card, or whatever kind of card, that they can make a monthly withdrawal. The minimum to be a miracle maker, $15. Now, you can donate more than $15 a month, but the minimum to be a miracle maker is $15. And I am here to tell you, looking you in your eye, in living color live, Thursday evening, a little after 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, I am here to tell you I witnessed, I got to see, touch, and talk to these living miracles who weren't supposed to make it, who weren't supposed to be here, but they are still here. And so much of that has to do with the doctors, the medicine, the medical advances, the compassion, the empathy, humanity, and the prayers. The doctors, like I said, the nurses, all the healthcare professionals, hospital staff, folks in the pharmacy. So, and you can also text the donation also. So the number is 51555. So grab your phone and then text the number 51555. And then you can just use my radio station. Then you can, so text this word. So you get your phone. Here, I'm going to help you out. So you got your phone. So you go ahead, 51555. You're getting ready to send a text. So pull up the screen like you're going to send a text. Then type in this number, 51555. Now, so the message you're going to send is you just type the word STAR, the number 997. So text STAR star 997, all one word, no gaps, no hyphens, no dashes, none of that. STAR 9, the number 997. Text that word to 51555. Then you will get a message. You'll get a bounce back. You'll get a return text that will say thank you, and they will text you the hospital, the Sean Jenkins Children's Hospital, and the Cares for Kids Network will send you a text with a link. You click on the link, you make a donation. Once again, no donation is too small, no donation is too large. Please be a miracle maker, because the Sean Jenkins Children's Hospital, they are making miracles every day. And I got to see these miracles and talk to them and hear their stories. And like I said, the hardest part of that job was to not cry, to hold back these tears. You know, you might ask why. I have two daughters. we've gone to the doctor. They've had fevers and I think mild case of pneumonia in one case. But our daughters, we've been so blessed that our daughters have really been very healthy. Allergies. Boogie still deals with allergies in Allie, but they've been really healthy young ladies. And when you have healthy children, you take it for granted. Maybe get a cold, flu, maybe some kind of contagious childhood disease. Even though a lot of those have been eradicated until some folks didn't want to get vaccinated. They don't believe in getting measles vaccines. That's a whole different conversation. But the medical advances have virtually eliminated so many diseases, childhood diseases that was killing millions of children way back in the day. So I just want to tell you, because I got a chance to witness it up close and personal. And the good thing, all the money that's donated, it stays at this hospital right here in Charleston. I learned today that, so the Sean Jenkins Children's Hospital, they see 18,000 children every year. 18,000 children walk into that hospital with some kind of, it could be illness or maybe an injury, but they see 18,000 children. Just think about that. And think about how blessed and fortunate that you are. If you were like me and you had your children are healthy, we take it for granted, but for the grace of God, it could be your child, it could be my child, it could be your grandchild, it could be a niece, a nephew, it could be a child that you coach, that you teach, that you tutor, that you mentor, that you see in your church, somewhere in your community. Because when I see any child, I see my child, I see my adult children in any child that I see. And I hope and pray that you do too. We would be so much better off as humans, humanity, this world with all the hatred and in so many forms and just the anger and just the bitterness, the negativity. There's so much negative energy, so many angry people who are in pain themselves and need therapy and so much more. But if we could just tap into our humanity and see ourselves when we see other people and when we see someone else's child, understand that's somebody else's child, and see that child as your child, because they are somebody else's child, and they're but for the grace of God, that could be your child too. So I want to shout out once again the Sean Jenkins Children's MUSC, the Medical University of South Carolina. Thank you for letting me be a part of this Cares for Kids radiothon that's going to be going on once again Friday. So if you're not watching me live, Friday morning from 6 a.m. until 7 p.m., just download the TuneIn app, or even if not that, just Google search, use whatever search engine you got, star 997 FM in Charleston, South Carolina. So I just had to, because that was really my entire day. So I said I was going to make that my monologue, and just remind you, if you have healthy children, man, consider yourself blessed. Really, really consider yourself blessed. But if you don't, we're praying for you. We're lifting you up in prayer. But and even if it's not whatever city you're living in, if they have a children's hospital, support that hospital. Because like I said, man, they're but for the grace of God. You never know. You never know. One day you may need one of those children's hospitals to save the life of your child, or maybe another child that you love, a family member, or just a member in your community, in your church, like I said, that you coach or teach, or that you just encounter walking down the street or coming home every day. So once again, shout out to the Sean Jenkins Children's Hospital. 800-478-4090. 800-478-4090. 800, or text this number, text 51555. So you text this word, STAR 997. So the word star, STAR, then the number 997. All one word, no spaces. STAR, that word with the number 997. Text that to 51555. 51555. That's 51555. And you will get a return text with the link to donate some money. Happy birthday today to NBA superstar, NBA champion. Yeah, I know he's complicated, but I still hope the Lakers get him next year. Currently playing for the Dallas Mavericks, Kyrie Irving. Kyrie is 32 today. Wow. Kyrie is 32. And his coach, his head coach, Jason Kidd, who is currently the head coach of the Dallas Mavericks, one of the greatest NBA players of all time. He's 50. The big nickel. Happy 50th, Jason, my man. Yeah, welcome to that half a century club, or half a century plus. Speaking of NBA, Steph Curry's wife, Mrs. Curry, Ayesha Curry, 34 today, and Yvette Marie Stevens from the south side of Chicago, the pride of Hyde Park and Kenwood High School, is celebrating a birthday today. Now you're saying, Yvette Marie, who's Yvette Marie Stevens? Chaka Khan? Chaka Khan? Yes, Chaka Khan is 70 today. Happy birthday, Chaka Khan. One of the true icons, one of the greatest voices in the history of music, one of the most unique, distinctive, soulful, that'll just, sweet thing. She started off singing with a group. It was like a fusion, like R&B jazz fusion group called Rufus. Tell me something good. Bow wow, bow wow, 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 wow. Tell me that you love me. And then she went solo. I Feel For You, and my favorite, might be my favorite, even with Chaka. Chaka had so much, because she got some, some of those Rufus albums, just back in the day, and the early Chaka Khan, some of her like kind of mellow stuff. Man, boy, you talking about baby making. Now, Shaka's music has made some babies. As a matter of fact, them Chaka Khan babies got babies now. But my favorite, Ain't Nobody Loves You Better. I just love the intro. It's just one of the great intros, one of the great bass lines, some of the greatest beats just ever. So, happy birthday to Miss Chaka Khan, Miss Yvette Marie Stevens. Chaka is, like I said, 70 today. All right, listen, thank you for letting me be a part of your life as always. God bless each and every one of you, and especially you. And God, most of all, thank you for letting me do the Geno Jones Show. I come to you live Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. in Chicago, 3:30 p.m. out in Los Angeles. Please subscribe to the Geno Jones Show YouTube channel. You and everybody you know that you like, that you love, co-workers, colleagues, church members, sorority, fraternity and sorority, brothers and sisters, everybody, all of them. Simply the best. Copy the link. Listen, you can email them the show. Tell them to subscribe to the Geno Jones Show YouTube channel. My goal is to get 100,000 subscribers by the end of this year. So help a brother out. All right. Shout out to YouTube. Help a brother out so we can get some of them, get that YouTube revenue generated, income coming in. As a matter of fact, a lot of people have reached out to me. They want to financially support the Geno Jones Show here on YouTube. The show is one of the fastest growing shows on YouTube, and it's going to continue to grow. So I want to thank everybody that has reached out to me, that has supported the show financially. Now it's time we are going to the next level. So your financial support is going to be greatly appreciated. So some folks said, Geno, what's your Cash App? You should have it posted on the show. We're working on that. We're working on some new graphics. Going to be a lot of new features coming up. A lot of exciting things. But if you want to donate, if you want to contribute to the show, if you love the content, if you love the monologues, because I go hard. Tell the truth, shame the devil. That's how I was raised. That's what my grandmother said. Jeannie, tell the truth, shame my mother. My mother's watching right now. Jeannie, tell the truth, shame the devil. And that's what we do here. So if the truth offends you, that's a you problem, not a me problem. And I'll never let a you problem become a me problem. Because the truth, like my grandmother would say, Gene Jones, the truth needs no defense. You may not like it. You may not be able to handle it. You might not want to hear it. But the truth needs no defense. It's not like a lie. You ain't got to try to remember the lie and make sure you're covering up. The truth thrives in sunlight. You don't need to hide like a lie. You're trying to hide a lie. You're trying to deceive and connive. The truth, you could just lay it on the table. Step back. The truth speaks for itself. So that's what we do here on the Geno Jones Show. So if you want to support the show, I do have a Cash App, $ Dad, capital D, capital G, J, capital Jones. So it's Dad G Jones. So you can just search it on Cash App, $ Dad with the capital D, all one word, G Jones, capital G. So that would be $ capital D, A-D, capital G, capital J, lowercase O-N-E-S. Because a lot of people have been asking me, man, dude, we love the show. We want to support you. We want you to continue to grow. We'll eventually, I'm going to hire a staff. I already have people in mind. We'll have a team. We'll eventually be able to bring, you'll see more people on the show as regulars. As a matter of fact, we're working on being able to get people in the studio. So I got a lot of big plans. And the only way to make that happen is for your support and for that support financially to grow. Because in terms of the time you spend viewing and the new subscribers, I've been more than blessed. And I can't thank you enough for the loyalty, for spreading the word, telling everybody to watch in the barbershops and the hair salons and the nail salons, and at home when you get some time on the weekends, if you're cleaning up, or maybe you're in the airport, at your gate waiting on a plane, or some of y'all, have your earbuds in, listening at work, in the laundromat, wherever. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. All right. Thank Groove Master Dre. I want to thank Groove Master Dre and my number one fan, my executive producer, my publicist, my PR manager, and my mother, Mary Dixon. Thank you for the conversation in the chat room. So, the next live edition of the Geno Jones Show, Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Once again, as a matter of fact, I want to do something special. We're going to have some fun tomorrow. And, well, I tell you what, just tune in. Because I want to pull it off, but I want to make sure I can do it right. So just tune in. We're going to have some kind of surprise. We'll see. Hopefully, I'll be able to get my number one co-host, my 1 and 1/8, Miss Keela Carson, Groove Master Dre. We always run it back. A lot to talk about. There's a lot of great new music out. Just a whole lot of stuff going on. I'm still trying to, get in touch with Beyonce and Janet. Say, listen, I think it's about time, and we're gonna have to start saying no to Florida. With Governor Too Short, with just the apartheid state of Florida in terms of taking people's rights. Folks stood up way back in 1985. Yesterday's show, we talked about this song called Sun City. Ain't gonna play Sun City. Some of the biggest artists from George Clinton to Run DMC. You have my man, let's see here, Curtis Blow, Bruce Springsteen, Bob Dylan. You had like R&B artists, hip hop artists, David Ruffin, Eddie Kendricks, all did a video. Stephen Van Zandt, biggest names in R&B, rap, rock music, they got together and said, we ain't gonna play Sun City. Sun City was a resort. It may still be open in South Africa, I believe, Botswana. It was that part. It was called Botswana in South Africa. Just Google Sun City, the video. They turned it into like a dance record, and the video. And I went back and looked at it, and I said, wow. And their attitude is, listen, as long as it's racist form of government, minority rule. So you had like 8 million people, descendants from like the Dutch, who colonized South Africa, ruling 22, 23 million black people. And it was like Jim Crow on steroids. As a matter of fact, they got the apartheid laws were based on America's Jim Crow laws. America's Jim Crow laws were the template for not just the apartheid system, but for what Hitler did in Germany, something called the Nuremberg laws, which basically stripped away all the rights of Jews, especially in Germany. He wanted to do it in all of Europe. So these artists say, hey, we ain't gonna play Sun City. So I'm hoping folks, Janet, Beyonce, and everybody say, we ain't gonna play in the Sunshine State. The hell with Sun City. We ain't gonna play in the Sunshine State until you stop banning books by black authors and trying to erase black history and locking black people up who had the legal right to vote that you gave them once they served their time in parole and probation, and the rights that they're taking away of the LGBT community. You can't say gay. You can't talk about diversity, equity, inclusion. The same state that's trying to ban black sororities and fraternities. Let me say that again. The state of Florida, they want to ban black fraternities and sororities on the public colleges and universities in the state of Florida. So I wouldn't send my son or daughter, I don't have a son, if I had one, my daughters, if they were going to college, they would not be going to any school in Florida. And I know we got HBCUs down there too. But we got to make a stand. We got to make a stand with our money. Because if you can't appeal to people's sense of humanity, compassion, not to mention stripping women of their rights, reproductive freedom, telling them what they can't do with their body, criminalizing having an abortion, basically making it illegal to get an abortion after 6 weeks. Most women don't even know they're pregnant at 6 weeks. You may not barely notice, you may have just missed your cycle. So you have a racist form of government, racist, homophobic, sexist, just hateful in so many ways to blacks, people of color, of Latino descent, Afro-Latino brothers and sisters, black Americans, brothers and sisters from Haiti, from the Caribbean. Oh, listen, Florida. So we need to speak with our money. We can go see Beyonce someplace else. We can go see Jan. We can go see anybody someplace else. So, when we stop spending money, when y'all stop going to South Beach and hanging out, stop going to Disney World and Universal Studios, all that foolishness will stop. I guarantee you. I promise you it'll stop. Even if Governor Too Short don't want it to stop, the folks that's putting money in his pocket that put him in office will be like, hey, hey, Ronnie, Governor Too Short, my money's too short. So you're going to have to fix that and stop harassing black folks, brown folks, women, gays, lesbians, trans community. Stop worrying about drag shows because you dragging our money down. And we put your ass in here and we will put your ass out of here. Speaking of out of here, I got to get out of here. Shout out to Markel Bailey, the official barber and hairstylist for the Geno Jones Show. Check him out on Instagram. Kel B Cutting Up, KELBECUTTINUP. And Allie Jones, she is the drip director of the Geno Jones Show. Fashion, the official wardrobe consultant, fashion designer, stylist. Check Allie out on Instagram, LX.NCL underscores that little dash. So it's LX.NCL underscore. I love you. I really do so much, each and every one of you. Friday, live, 6:30 p.m. You and me, right here. Until then, thanks for watching. And as always, let me just say, be blessed. Pray for peace.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of The Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.